Warning. I strongly disagree with certain ideologies within feminism. It's crucial to advocate for the rights of both men and women. However, there's a concern about some modern feminist perspectives aligning with socialist ideals, prioritizing political gain over genuine advocacy. Unfortunately, these perspectives sometimes neglect the core human rights issues faced by women. There's a sense of support for Misandry within certain feminist circles. Renowned filmmaker and feminist advocate, Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, delves into the essence of her art by addressing misandry and its perpetuation of patriarchal norms. Despite lacking personal experience, she emphasizes unsettling men to prompt a shift in attitudes towards prevalent issues in her environment. However, her focus appears influenced by leftist political ideologies and socialist-leaning feminism, potentially impacting the clarity of her perception. Don't miss. How does discomfort contribute to societal change, according to Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy? Why does Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy emphasize making men uncomfortable specifically? What role do difficult conversations play in Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy's approach to societal change?
What is the balance of activating a force for change, but also trying to permeate that patriarchy, that power structure?
What is the balance of activating a force for change, but also trying to permeate the balance? That patriarchy, that power structure. The role of artists within left-wing power structures and discusses the possible consequences of challenging societal norms and established systems, valued by those favoring tradition. It highlights the need for personal responsibility in confronting oppressive systems, emphasizing the importance of pursuing individual authenticity over adherence to an alleged patriarchy that is deemed obsolete in contemporary society.
And is that a part of the calculation of your art as well, and what's been the reaction to that?
Oh, absolutely. I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable.
I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable. Discusses a declaration that intentionally employs sexism to unsettle men, expressing worries about the promotion of misandry and the possibility of fueling resentment. It also suggests that this approach may serve as a tactic to legitimize the dominance of the left-wing power structure.
Not you, just
Not
you
you.
know, not you.
Point taken, point taken.
But, it is important to be able to look into the eyes of a man and say, I am here, and recognize that. And recognize that I am working to bring something that makes you uncomfortable, and it should make you uncomfortable because you need to change your attitude. And it's only when you're uncomfortable, when you're shifty, when you have to have difficult conversations, that you will perhaps look at yourself in the mirror and not like the reflection.
Yo, you need to change your attitude. And it's only when you're uncomfortable, when you're shifty, when you have to have difficult conversations that you will perhaps look at yourself in the mirror and not like the reflection. Explores a confrontational perspective, emphasizing the discomfort of artists as a catalyst for questioning established norms and instigating change. Integrating socialism-driven feminism into film proves challenging in modern society, where feminists grapple with the idea of individual accountability for effecting change. Despite prioritizing progress, they resist shouldering the entire burden of responsibility, leading to a perception of advocating for the political influence of progressive ideologies.
And then say, maybe there is something wrong with the way I think, or maybe there is something wrong with the way I am addressing this issue.
Maybe there is something wrong with the way I think, or maybe there is something wrong with the way I am addressing this issue. The passage overlooks the importance of introspection in problem solving. It doesn't appreciate meaningful discussions, ongoing self-reflection, and the flexibility needed to embrace authenticity. This challenge is particularly evident in left-wing and socialist feminist ideologies. Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy a prominent left-wing feminist, expresses discomfort in her interviews regarding the emphasis on self-reflection and societal change. Her viewpoint highlights a sense of misandry in her artistic endeavors, focusing on the influential role of art in initiating conversations and promoting introspection, especially within the context of patriarchal structures upheld by dominant egos. Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy's words resonate deeply within the power structures and perceptions of gender discrimination. They touch on masculinity, prompting self-reflection and challenging societal expectations. These thoughts hold weight in the Star Wars universe, especially among its predominantly male fan base. However, targeting men with messages that polarize or discriminate based on gender could turn these fans unwelcoming or even hostile, potentially leading to a decline in ticket sales. Her remarks cut through the prevailing narrative of female supremacy, inviting difficult yet necessary dialogues. By critiquing traditional gender dynamics and even deliberately addressing misandry, these words spark discomfort, resistance to change, and reflections that might pave the way for behavioral shifts. However, singling out misandry might be seen as divisive, adding fuel to existing tensions, even if it's an essential aspect of societal change. Considering the franchise's historical significance, the decision to bring Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy into the fold could be seen as a risk for Disney and Lucasfilm. It might draw criticism for aligning with certain ideologies, potentially alienating parts of the audience and impacting corporate image and decision-making.
What do you think?
I promote myself and my videos. Hello, I'm Bong Sim, a Canadian resident of Asian descent. During the day, I work as a professional counselor, and at night, I do Uber food delivery. Instead of speaking in my videos, I prefer to express myself through writing. In today's world, speaking the truth can have serious consequences, both for my professional life and personal well-being. That's why I'm choosing to pen down my thoughts and using a platform to share them on my behalf. Some people find my videos uninteresting, too strict, and they even criticize the appearance of the individuals featured, including their tiredness, Asian, or perceived flaws. I understand these concerns, but I genuinely believe in the purpose behind creating these videos. Unfortunately, recent Canadian legislation has resulted in the censorship of free speech and online content. And although Google hasn't explicitly admitted their involvement, I suspect they play a part in it. Despite my efforts to monetize my content on YouTube, I haven't been able to earn any income from it. I've tried 3 times, and all my attempts were rejected. They turned me down for reasons like lacking creativity, not having a recognizable face, or not having a distinct voice. Nevertheless, I've made several adjustments to my videos, hoping to overcome these challenges. If you share my belief and support what I'm doing, I would genuinely appreciate your backing.